Hello guys, so in this section I want to go over the fundamental of blogging and what is it like, what it is, why people blog, and also what it can do for your website and your company, things of that nature. So now, for those of you still living in stone age, a blog is an informational website or part of a website that consists of posts or entries or articles. You can call them whatever you like, just bits of information, and they are usually listed in reverse order. So they are usually listed with the most recent first and then the second reason and so on. So blog posts can be created by just one or multiple writer. Up until about 2009, it was very common for one person to run one blog, but after 2009, blogs really hit up, and hundreds of and thousands of people that manage a blog and they post articles and so forth. So a blogs typically involved some kind of comment system or some kind of user interaction system. When people go to a site and they read a blog post, so usually some blogs have a specific niche and a target reader, and basically they're usually a blog we usually have, and a circle of topic that is it, and what we'll actually talk about. For instance, most of my blogs have to do with web technology, so I'm not the web technology niche, but I'll have topics like programming, design, SEO, internet marketing, so pretty much, and just a table of topics. And usually most blogs, how most blogs are, and there are actually some blogs that are just global and will talk about anything, but most of them have a certain topic. So, what's the point of blogging? So, what's the point of a blog? Well, is like, well, there's a lot of reasons to have a blog, but I think the most important reason to have a blog is to drive traffic to your WordPress website, or probably your website actually, and not only to bring traffic to your website, but to have recurring traffic and having the same user come back. Because let's set up a scenario. Let's say that you have a consulting firm for whatever, some kind of consulting company, and you just spent thousands of dollars on a nice flashy website, and you have a nice homepage. You have an about pages more, maybe like a page with your services, a contact form, and that is it. But some people are usually attached to what attract them or what they are passionate of on their WordPress websites, or probably their website, right? And some actually come back to continue on what they are going. So, and actually some websites are still have that dynamic or new dynamic content with valuable information, and valuable information is key because anyone can set up a blog and just copy and paste somebody else's content, or just quickly reward it. You need to have valuable content that people aren't going to find anywhere else. So that's definitely the number one reason to have a blog, or to have a blog on your website. Okay, this diagram I got off wordpress.org, and it just shows basically how most blogs are set up. I would say anywhere from 80 to 90% of the blogs on the internet are set up like this, or pretty similar. Some will have this, like some have three columns. They will have another sidebar on the left side, but for the most part, the left side is one big column, and then we have the skinny column on the right. And the reason for that usually is because, at least in the English language, we read left to right, so the main content has the more important information, and the right sidebar is more for like archives and stuff like that. So I'll go over these columns really quick. The main column, it's usually have between 4 and 6 blog posts, separated blog posts, but you won't have the entire article. You won't have all the text. You have some kind of intro text, usually maybe one paragraph, and then you see a little read more link, so the visitor can click read more, and then they will go on that full post there. So we have you have that intro text title, the dates that the post was written, and then some comments. Usually on the main page with intro text, you won't see in the comments. You have to click on read more, and then you see the comments at the bottom of the page. usually along with a comment form actually. And like I said earlier, they are usually display newest to oldest. I've seen blog that display the older information first, and I never really understand that most but one of a time is newest to oldest. So that's the main column sidebar. The sidebar can have aids, it can have forms, it can have anything really, especially in WordPress. You can use what's called widgets, and you can put different widgets on your sidebar. But usually this is very common. They will have an archive of older articles, usually by day. So they might have January, February, March, and you click on those links and you go to the post for the particular month. That's how it's done a lot of times. So people, if they have multiple categories, they'll also have the categories to click on, and then it will take them to the post in the particular category. Tags, I'm not sure why this category is pointing to tags, because they are really two different things. But tags, usually you have some kind of tag cloud, and if you go to a post and your post is on, I don't know, but baseball bats, then you have some tags in the one decide, maybe baseball or baseball bats, sports equipment, stuff like that, and just tag that have to do with the article. And that used to be really good for SEO, for search engine optimization. But search engine, especially Google, they are looking less at main keywords and they are looking more at how all the content comes together. So tags aren't really as important as they used to be, just like meta keywords. Google doesn't use that to rank whatsoever. But there's another cause. So under the tags, you might have a blog. You might have a blog rule. And that is a list of a site that the blog writer found interesting or related, that did usually third party websites. All right, so here we have the common types of blogs, and I don't know if types is the right word, maybe category, just different kind of blogs, and that exists. So personally, in my option, in the most popular, there's a lot of personal blogs out there, famous people that aren't famous, authors, and just personal blogs where there's one on main writer, where there's one main writer, maybe a couple side guest posts or something like that, but usually one main person runs the blog. A business blog, obviously, if you have a business website, you might have a business blog on that website, where people from your company will post, or maybe people that they'll put designer, one blogger, and he or her post shows up. School is another big one. Most high school and college, most of them have some kind of news or blog area on this site. So non-profits, music and entertainment, maybe an artist, a music artist may have a new album coming out, and they'll make blog posts on that military private blogs that maybe you have to register or maybe have to pay to subscribe to, or to read sport blogs, how to blogs that those are really big actually. So how to do different things, reviews, ratings and reviewers and reviews. Maybe you have a movie rating blog or something like that. So just a couple different types, and there's more than this. It's just the ones that come to my mind first. So here's some blog lingo. These are just words that you hear once you start blogging or reading other people's blogs. You use these words quite a bit. The first one we have is archives, and you probably already know what that is. It's not specific to just blogs, but archives is just a group of record or a group of posts that are in some kind of way related to usually by dates, usually by month or year. Usually you have an archives widget on the side, and it may have January 2013, February 2013, just different posts that are organized by dates. And a feed is a machine readable content per publication. So that and is actually updated regularly. A feed is usually written in a XML extensive markup. and is actually written in a XML extensive markup language that it can be read with by a feed burner. An example of a feed burner would be RDF or Atom. A feed a feed reader is a piece of software that can it's called read new content of your site automatically in updates your readers without your readers actually having to do your site. They could actually use the feed reader to quickly get the information from you and from your site. Blog rule like that, I said in the diagram, the blog rule is usually a list of third-party sites that are in some way related to the blog or a certain post. So basically, just links to other sites on syndication. Syndication refers to feeds, usually RSS feeds that the blogger has published that are actually available for readers to use. So they provide a way of your reader a way for your reader to get updates, right? And information without having to go to your blogs, right? So let's move on to top blogging platform. Now, WordPress is WordPress dominates the blog market right now, and is popular platform. 48 of the top 100 blogs on the internet use WordPress, and that includes companies that use have their own blog platform, like their own proprietary software. So because some people or some companies will build their own will build their own blogging software, but 48 use WordPress, which is pretty impressive. So the next runner up in terms of most popular blogging platform is Blogger, and Blogger is run by Google and it is a hosted solution. I haven't gone over self-hosted and hosted solution yet, but WordPress has both. WordPress.com is actually hosted, so all your blog is actually hosted on their server, and you log in and you make your post. Self-hosted means that you actually download the WordPress platform and you install it on your own web host, and you have full control of it. All right, so now all of this up here beside WordPress are all hosted solutions. It means that it's on their server. So Blogger who go and you sign up, you log in and you create your post, and big plus of for a blogger is that it is very simple. It's well laid out and very simple. It doesn't have near as many features as WordPress, but it's good for the non-tech saving person because they can easily log in and create posts. So that's a real plus for a blogger. Blog.com is actually powered by WordPress. So you have pretty much the same functionality as a hosted WordPress system. Um, Joomla Joomla is a content management system. It's not a blogging tool. Well, it's not a blogging platform for is for what is for websites, and it has content management system which allows you to log in like you would to WordPress. So another blog system, and you can create pages that you can also set those pages up in a blog structure. So it can be used as a blog. Twitter and Jokes are all microblogging platform. I'm not going to go into those actually. So really, because it's kind of a different animal altogether. Twitter is a microblog where you could have a post with 10 words in it. So it's not really a true blog actually. All right, so let's see what we have got next, and that is it for this section. So I hope that you have a good understanding of blogging and its history and why people blog, as well as the tools that are available to us to create a blog. So that is it. I will see you in the next section too. Thanks. Peace out.